Hi folks, it's Mr. Patterson here, and in this short video I'm going to be giving you some tips on how to answer outcome 1.1 in your National 5 FIP booklet. So I just want to draw your attention before 2 pages to page 2, which contains information on the different factors that will impact performance in badminton. And in our badminton block we'll be in particular looking at physical factor and skill as our physical factor, and we'll also be looking at the emotional factor and how sub-factors such as anger, confidence and fear impact on our performance in badminton. On page 3 we've got information on methods that we could use to gather data on our skills in badminton, and we've also got information on methods we could use for emotional factor, and below that we've got example methods of practice that we could use to develop our skills in badminton when you're undertaking some of the questions. So to start off with, I'm going to give you some tips on how to answer outcomes 1.1 and 1.2. So for 1.1, it requires you to name 2 methods that you use to gather information factors that impact on performance. For this, you should refer to the table at the start and think back to our practical lessons where we used a variety of different methods and then simply name the methods in the first part of the question. In the second part of the question, you're asked to explain why you used this method. And in an explain type of question, you should really give an example of the reasons as to why you used this and what this allowed you to do. So a word that should be contained in your answer would be because, and then you should go on and justify your reasons for using this method to gather information on your performance. Moving on to outcome 1.2, on the right of the page, this outcome is asking you to think about the emotional factor and how that had a positive impact on your performance in badminton. So again, refer back to the table at the start of the booklet, and you're justifying and giving information on how emotional factors could positively impact on your performance in badminton. So again, a key word that you should have in your answer would be because. You should then go on and give an example from within the game, and then go on and talk about how that example and how that scenario of the game would go on and have an overall effect on the outcome of the match. Okay, you should then go through the same process but looking at it for a slightly different perspective from the second question. In this part you'll be looking at a physical factor and you'll be given an explanation as to how this factor would impact negatively on performance. So a tip that I would give you here is thinking about skill. In the answer, give an example of how skill would have a negative impact in your performance and how then that would go on to have a negative impact in terms of the overall result of the match. I hope this video helps you, and if you've got any questions, feel free to come and ask me in class.